let's just settle in for a moment. We're going to explore a way to create change that works, well, it works quietly, beneath the surface, without any real effort. It asks you to let go of everything you think you know about trying or forcing things to happen, because what we're about to discuss is so much simpler than that. What if you could invite a new reality into your life without all that strain, without having to constantly repeat things or force yourself to believe something that, doesn't quite feel true yet? Just let that question sit with you for a second.
Because really, the only tool you're going to need for this entire process is a list. That's it, a simple, ordinary list. And I know, it sounds almost too easy, but that's exactly where all the power is. So, let's talk about it. This is called the list method, and it's one of the most effortless and powerful techniques out there precisely because it doesn't use force. It's a softer, quieter way of creating real change in your life. So what is it exactly? Well, the list method is simply the act of writing down what you want. But here's the key. You do it with a little shift in perspective. You're not writing it like a wish. You write it as if it's a quiet observation, as if it's already a normal, everyday part of your world. The feeling should be calm, matter-of-fact, almost like you're just jotting down notes about your day. Just look at the tone of these examples. Notice the language. It's not, I want my day to go perfectly. It's just, my day went perfectly. It's a simple note. See, there's no pressure here, no overthinking it. You're just writing. Okay, so why does something so simple actually work? Why is it so powerful? It's because it's designed to do one thing absolutely brilliantly. It bypasses your own inner resistance. Think about it for a second. When you try to force an affirmation like, I am a millionaire, your mind just might fire back, no, you're not, right? It creates this internal fight. But a list feels totally different. It's just casual. It's neutral. It feels safe to your mind. And because it doesn't start that argument, your subconscious is way more willing to just accept it. And this is the whole point. You're not trying to convince your mind of anything. You're not fighting with your old beliefs. You are simply and very gently introducing it to a new possibility, a new version of reality that it can absorb without putting up a fight. All right, so how do we actually do this? It's incredibly straightforward. There are really just 3 simple things to keep in mind when you sit down to write your list. First, just keep your statements short and clear. No long, complicated sentences. Second, write in your own natural voice. You don't need to sound all spiritual or perfect. Just write how you talk. And third, and this one is so important, mix the big things with the small things. This is really the engine of the whole method. You might write, I had a great cup of coffee this morning, right next to, I got that amazing new career opportunity. And what happens is, as those small, easy-to-believe things on your list start happening, your belief just builds up automatically without you even trying. And that's what makes the bigger things start to happen even faster. Now, let's talk about the part that most people miss. And it's probably the most crucial piece of this whole thing. It's the art of just letting go. The instruction couldn't be simpler. You write the list, and then you release it. You let it go. The writing is the instruction you give. The letting go is where you show your trust. So, what does letting go actually feel like? It means you don't obsess over the list. There's no need to read it 50 times a day, okay? It just means trusting that by writing it down, you've already set things in motion. The work is already done. And here's why that release is so powerful. This whole method is fueled by relaxation, not tension. It works best when you aren't trying so hard to control every little detail. Being relaxed is a signal of trust, and that trust is what allows everything to unfold for you. Now, over time, as you do this, something really profound starts to happen. And it's not just about getting things, it's about who you become. It's an inevitable shift in your identity. You might not even notice it at first, but slowly, subtly, your random thoughts during the day, your internal chatter, it will just start to align with what you've been writing. It happens completely naturally. You don't have to force it. And as your thoughts begin to change, your entire energy changes with them. A new kind of confidence starts to settle in. Not a loud or forced confidence, but a quiet, grounded sense of knowing. And this is where it all leads. Without struggling, without forcing anything, you just become. You become the person who naturally has and does and experiences all the things on your list. You just step right into that version of you.
So, here's my invitation to you. Maybe tonight, before you go to sleep, or hey, even right now, just grab a piece of paper or open a note on your phone and just write your list. And as you write, don't do it as a wish. Don't write from a place of wanting or hoping. Write it as a simple, quiet statement of fact. Like you're writing a memo to yourself about what already belongs to you. Because sometimes it's not the most complicated techniques that change everything. Sometimes the simplest methods, the ones that feel almost too easy, are the very ones that create the biggest, most profound shifts in our lives.